You are sitting in a cockpit. The engine roars behind you. The runway stretches out ahead. In exactly 4 seconds, you will be traveling at 300 kilometers per hour. In 30 seconds, you will be 10,000 feet above the ground. And in 2 minutes, you will break the sound barrier. This is not a dream. This is Tuesday morning. Stay with me, because in the next 7 minutes, you are going to live one of the most extraordinary, dangerous, and breathtaking lives on Earth. Welcome to RankFile, where we put you inside the boots and the cockpit of the world's most elite warriors. Let's get into it. First, let's understand exactly who you are. You are a fighter pilot, not a commercial pilot who flies tourists to beach destinations, not a cargo pilot hauling packages across the Atlantic. You are a weapons system operator, a tactician at 30,000 feet, a warrior who fights at the speed of sound. The aircraft you fly, an F-16, an F-22, or an F-35, costs between $30 million and $100 million, and you are trusted to take it into combat. Only around 12,000 military pilots serve in the U.S. Air Force. Of those, only a fraction are fighter pilots. You are not just rare. You are among the most highly trained human beings alive. So how did you get here? It started years ago. First, you need a college degree. Then you apply to officer training school. You pass rigorous physical and medical tests. Your eyesight, your heart, your reflexes, everything is checked and checked again. Then, if selected, you enter undergraduate pilot training. UPT. 1 year. You start on small propeller aircraft, learning the fundamentals of flight, aerodynamics, navigation, emergency procedures. Then you move to jet trainers, T-6 Texan, T-38 Talon. Faster, more powerful, more demanding. At the end of UPT, the top performers get to choose fighter aircraft. This is the moment you have been waiting for. Then comes fighter lead in training. And finally, your specific aircraft qualification course. From the day you started to the day you sit in a real fighter cockpit alone, roughly 2 to 3 years have passed. And the learning never stops. Now, what does your daily life actually look like? You arrive at base by 6 a.m. The first thing you do is not fly. The first thing you do is study. Weather briefings, intelligence reports, threat analysis, mission planning. You need to know everything. The weather at 40,000 feet, enemy radar positions, fuel burn rates, emergency landing sites, before you ever touch the aircraft. Then comes the flight brief. You and your flight lead go through every detail of today's mission, entry points, attack runs, communication frequencies, what to do if something goes wrong. By mid-morning, you suit up, G-suit strapped to your legs, oxygen mask checked, helmet fitted, survival vest on. You walk to your aircraft. The crew chief gives you the thumbs up. You climb in, strap yourself to the ejection seat. Yes, you are literally strapped to a rocket, and run through your checklist. Engine start, takeoff clearance, and then, full afterburner. You are pushed back into your seat, with the force of a car crash, and within seconds, the ground disappears beneath you. Let's talk about what it actually feels like to fly a fighter jet. At cruise altitude, you are at 30,000 feet. The sky above you is dark blue, almost black. You can see the curve of the Earth. Below you, clouds stretch out like a white ocean. And you are doing all of this at 900 kilometers per hour. When you go supersonic, breaking the sound barrier, there is no big bang inside the cockpit. It is eerily smooth. But the people on the ground? They hear a sonic boom that rattles windows for miles around. In a dogfight, you pull up to 9 gs, 9 times the force of gravity. Your body weighs 9 times its normal weight. The blood drains from your brain. Your vision narrows to a tunnel, then goes gray, then black. This is called gravity-induced loss of consciousness. Your G-suit squeezes your legs and stomach to keep blood in your brain. You strain every muscle in your body. You breathe in a special pattern. All of this while flying at supersonic speed. tracking enemy aircraft, managing weapons systems, and communicating with your wingman. This is what you trained for. This is what you were built for. Now, let's talk about real combat. As a fighter pilot, you could be called to fly combat air patrol, circling a war zone for hours, ready to respond instantly. Close air support, protecting ground troops under fire, delivering precision strikes within meters of friendly forces. Strategic strike missions, flying deep into enemy territory to destroy high-value targets. Suppression of enemy air defenses, hunting and destroying radar systems and missiles that are actively trying to shoot you down. The most dangerous part of combat flying is not the enemy aircraft. It is surface-to-air missiles. SAMs, a missile traveling at Mach 3, 3 times the speed of sound, locked onto your aircraft. You have seconds to react. Flares. Hardbrake turn. Every decision at 900 kilometers per hour. And underneath all of this, you know that if something goes catastrophically wrong, you pull the handle between your legs, and the ejection seat fires you out of the aircraft. At 600 kilometers per hour, survival is not guaranteed. But it is your only option. But let's talk honestly about the cost. Fighter pilots spend months away from home, deployed to bases in the Middle East, Europe, the Pacific, wherever the mission demands. The physical demands are extreme. Years of high-G flying damages the spine. Neck injuries are extremely common. Many pilots retire with chronic pain. The mental pressure